action. It's Newton. Sliding out of the pocket.
That's into the hands of Jacob Harris. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
15 yards there on the catch and run. A first down carry for Henry. Room here to run. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Hauling it in, Nelson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 10 more there and another first down.
So the completion there, and CD, as we know, trying to defend against an NFL quarterback, that's one thing. Trying to defend against a mobile NFL quarterback, that's quite another. What's the plan here defensively?
Well, the pass rush has to still try and get to him, and especially the guys on the edge, but they're going to go maybe a count slower, right? They want to make sure they don't get too far upfield where he steps up and takes off through a lane. The same is true for those interior guys as well. So you got to change it up with him. Try and keep him hemmed into the pocket, and occasionally you throw a spy on him. A fast linebacker or one of your extra defensive backs who can dance with him a little bit if he takes off and runs.
Second and 10.
Back to the ground now. It's Henry. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. They fake the give. Newton. He hits Adams complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Henry. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you can darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
2nd and goal from the 1. Henry again. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And
time he is in.
Yes.
Derrick Henry, his second touchdown on the season. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Rodgers now on first down. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his second touchdown on the season. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. Then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Extra point from McManus is good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From his end zone is Byron Pringle. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Emmanuel Ogbah there on the stop. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the second level pretty easily. I think he's starting to answer those questions with runs like that. He's a physical guy.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Newton. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a 1st. From the gun, here's Newton. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Out of the gun, Newton steps away to his left. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. From the 38, Rodgers. This will be caught by Brown. Oh, that
That's just not fair, and now room to run. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Give him 32 on the play. He had one touchdown earlier, nearly a second one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. There you go. Watch the ship. Throw me. Throw me. Watch the ship. We need you.
They'll run with Cook. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Dalvin Cook, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Here's 2nd and 10.
20. 8, 8.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. The Falcons on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4. Now Newton. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Here's Johnny Townsend to punt it away. And that will hit and continue on out of bounds.
Talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball can bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped. But that one, as if on cue. Goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right at the 1-yard line. Excellent coffin corner punt. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. In his own end zone, it's Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down in the end zone. It's a safety. And Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. Newton. He'll get that complete to the tight end, Harris. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 44-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now a handoff to Henry. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to the huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
On second down, here's the option.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Off-play action. Newton. He'll buy some time right. It's brought in by Harris. He had 3 catches last week. That one his 3rd on this drive alone. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Now a first down throw for Newton. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Again, he was looking for Devontae Adams, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Now Newton. Escaping the pressure right to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, Frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now Newton on 3rd and goal. Flush to his right. And he comes back with one complete. Touchdown! Derrick Henry on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. On 1st down, Rodgers eluding the pressure right. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Here's Rodgers. Into the secondary, past the 40. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Here's Rodgers to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Rodgers going to throw. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Flushed out right. And he'll go right back to Andrews. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Rodgers again now. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. N'Keal Harry in the final seconds of the first half. And the Buccaneers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. McManus's point after is good. And the lead is down to 2. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. From his end zone is Byron Pringle.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath
as we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
He's going deep for Brown. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
2nd and 11. They run it again with Cook. And this is going to be back-to-back tackles for a loss here as the Falcons defense yet again drops him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Throwing now is Rodgers. That'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. And McManus able to put it through. And with that, they move ahead by a point here in this 3rd quarter. Well, they don't get a touchdown here in the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
63 yards on the ground for him so far. Working with a 2nd and 3. Newton to throw. They'll roll him out right. Looking deep for Adams. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And Derrick Henry with the ball in his hands, what a sight to behold, because power and speed involved in every touch for him. Coming off another spectacular season with the Titans, he became the first since LaDainian Tomlinson in 2006 and 2007 to win 2 straight rushing titles, and he did it with style too. Just the 8th man to top 2,000 yards and the first since Adrian Peterson in 2012. He has his sights set on another 2,000-yard season.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Newton now to throw. Flush to his right. Over the middle, complete. It's Harris. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
From the red zone now, Newton. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Jonathan Jones there to make the stop. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
On 2nd down, it's Cook again. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. Now Rodgers. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 36.
Watch 8-9, watch 8-9, he's yours.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. N'Keal Harry with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the fourth. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
77 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
A throw out wide to Woods, complete.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Derrick Henry. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
4 yards remain for 2nd down.
Here's Newton. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
And those are the types of plays that Kenny Moore wants to make more of, because he's really starting to make a name for himself, and many know him as a terrific blitzer from the nickelback position. Undrafted out of Valdosta State, he is a ball hawk as well, and he led the Colts with 4 picks in 2020.
They start the drive with Cook. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine.
Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. Come on, D.
Second down, they go right back to Cook.
And pretty good running as he'll be close to a 1st down at the Falcons' 43-yard line. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. They're able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A gain of 32 that time. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run the counter with Cook. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Again, it's Cook. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Third down, Dalvin Cook. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
The kick by McManus is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Newton. Escaping the pressure right. Pass complete to Harris. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Flush to his right. And he's got his target, Harris. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Lets it go for Nelson. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be.